Hi everybody, I'd like to take you for a little tour of the VFH turbine demonstration and hydroelectric platform. As you can see, we've sustained some certainly cosmetic damage to the turbine, very little. The cap that goes on top is just for cosmetics again, just rain cap. To replace that cap is about $200, give or take. We also, as you can see behind, there's a green bracket. The bracket is for our control panel. One of the things that we tend to do is when there's heavy rains or potential flooding, we have the capability of a quick disconnect. One person can grab the control panel, quick disconnect, put it up on higher ground or take it with them in the office, and again, that is protected. Everything else is pretty much waterproof. It can go underwater, it can stay underwater for a while. As you'll see, we collected quite a bit of debris from the river, and certainly, as in any natural disaster, Mother Nature leaves a little bit of her results on the shoreline. This was a result of a tornado and subsequent heavy flooding. The river CFS is normally about 600 to 700 CFS during normal times. During this flood, however, it rose to nearly 22,000. So you can imagine everything in sight happened to move down this river. Unfortunately, a lot of it got left behind on our location. I'm also going to send you to the tree right in front of us. You can kind of see where it's lopped off at the top. That is about the 21-foot mark. Imagine it going up an additional 8 to 10 feet above that. And so we were underwater. If you were standing at the actual turbine itself, right at the control panel, we were underwater by about 20 feet, as I say. Nice thing about this, we're fortunate. No one got hurt. Everybody had a little advance notice of the storm coming in. Again, we did take our preemptive, to grab all the equipment that needed to be protected. Again, the control panel. The control panel is fine under normal weather conditions, rain, things of that nature. But to be completely underwater probably isn't the best scenario for the control panel. We also have to replace a few of the lines, the disconnect lines, because we cut them in a pretty quick order. The water and the river was coming up and trees were starting to come over. So quite honestly, all in all, we can be back up and running in a couple days. Right now, there's no need. Again, our main concern is that we make the site safe for the employees, for different guests and visitors. This demonstration site is used for schools and classrooms. So the kids come out here, the teachers come out here, a lot of the industry scientists and engineers come out here to check on the different hydroelectric capabilities of a small unit like this. The great thing about our unit, the VFH turbine, is that unlike other hydroelectric units, we're able to take lows and high flows. So that's what the VFH stands for, variable high flow. Again, we were able to sustain, unlike potentially wind turbines and solar, we were able to sustain the tornadoes and flooding. One of the nice things about the VFH turbine is that it's in place. The longevity is typically well over 50 years, and you can see, again, we've got some cleaning up to do, but that's okay. Anybody that's lived through the hurricanes and tornadoes like Puerto Rico and Florida and Alabama, Texas, they understand, yeah, most important thing is life and nobody getting hurt. A little bit of elbow grease, no problem. We can fix this place up pretty good, pretty quickly. Get a crane to help us move this particular limb out, but we'll be back up and running again very quickly. Typically, the VFH turbine, what we recommend, especially for places that have adequate water flow, is a run-of-the-river scenario where we can take flows, we can channel some side flows to the turbine, create enough head and power, and you can, but you don't have to put the power back onto the grid. You can use the power yourself. If you do that, let's say in the case of Puerto Rico, what we would do is use the water to create energy. Once the turbines have created the energy, the water that continues to pass through the turbine can go on for irrigation. It could be run through a slow sand filter for drinking water. But the important thing is that we want to call it uninterrupted power. Yes, we had a day and a half down here, but if we had to, if power was critical for emergencies, for healthcare, for the hospitals, for MASH type units, we would have been up and running in an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, you know, it's very predictable. The other nice thing is that, as you can see, during the hydro with tornadoes and hurricanes and things, it actually plays into our advantage because the river levels go up considerably. You'll notice that even today, a week and a half, 10 days after the tornado, we still have high flows. Well, for us, that's a good thing. The more water, the more power, the more we can provide the community. So, unlike other renewables, we're a 365, 24/7. So, basically, the river runs 24 hours a day, and so our hydroelectric can run 24 hours a day. You know, we're not reliant on a sunny day or a windy day, or if the sun's not even out today, we're good. The other thing is that we really don't have to use battery backup packs for storage because our power, again, is 24/7. And so what's nice about that is, let's say that not only can you use the power during the day for the schools and the hospitals and the churches, but at night for industry, for distribution centers, for irrigation, for pumps, for street lights, for schools at night. We run basically 24/7. And again, you don't have to worry about, do we have enough? Is there enough storage in the batteries? Really doesn't matter for us. But, well, thanks again for viewing this tour. In the next tour I'll have, this will all be cleaned up. A lot of elbow grease in the meantime, as I said. But we're up and running tomorrow or the next day. And again, I wish everybody that had natural disasters were as fortunate as we are. Again, no loss of life, no loss of limbs. A little bit of cleanup, but you know what? That's okay. We've got some good kids from the schools that are helping us. So anyway, once again, thank you so much, and have a great day.